Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel, and today we are here for the season 3 finale here of our Sunny League alternate series, and we find ourselves here in Doha for the Qatari Grand Prix, and we have a quite big title fight between Sebastian Muller and Sven Halberg. They are separated by 6 points coming into today's race. As we see here, we got Sebastian Muller then leading the way with 158 points, and it's Halberg with 152. And then we got Emerson Gomez, very likely to secure third place in the standings. And then we got Leon and Gibson battling for P4 in the standings. They are separated by 4 points. As then we got LSA leading the way just 2 points ahead of NTH after they took back the lead at the end of the previous round. And then we got once again Flow Force here just looking to take further. And you got Infinite First Racing Team who are just looking to take P4 here. They are 5 points ahead of LTE, but still there might still be some chance for the orange team to win, but I think that P5 from Vermeulen in the last round was really decisive. So yeah, without any further ado, let's then go into qualifying. Alright, as we have a look here into the pre-qualifying session, and this track is a little bit bigger. And yeah, it is the first time also that we are racing in the night, and it does look beautiful, I must say. And but yeah, we will see how will things look like. We see Vermeulen up there. That is also very interesting. But I'd like to talk about the news for the next season, because things are just looking so much promising. As FIA has decided to go back to the FA Retro cars, and that has just allowed for a lot of teams to now join, which will mostly be junior teams of some of the current teams here, plus Fox and Goose Racing, and that's might bring us a total of 9 teams for next season, which is a very huge expansion of the grid, as we are going to have 18 cars on track, and all of that just sounds extremely exciting, not gonna lie. And yeah, in the meantime, look at this. The grid looks completely shaken up. Look at, as you can see here, we got Muller in P7, Gibson in P9, but yeah, luckily this is not the actual qualifying, but it could actually affect the results quite a lot. So we will see how will things look like at the end of these 7 minutes here. And yeah, that's gonna be interesting. As you can see, we have a very slow start here, but yeah, it is Halberg leading the way at the moment. And yeah, he's on the medium tires, and we will see how will things go as soon as they start their first flying lap then. Alright, here we go then. We got Halberg leading the way. That could be absolutely crucial for his title campaign here, as he needs to gain more than 6 points. Actually, we should talk about what is the championship situation, which position does Halberg needs to be, and where does Muller needs to be. Because obviously Muller is more dependent on himself, while Halberg is more dependent on Muller, as he's behind. And so if Halberg wins the race while Muller is in third, they'll be absolutely tied, and there's no way of things changing when it comes to that. They'll both just win the championship together, basically. That would be the first time ever that would happen. As then, yeah. But yeah, if Halberg wins and Muller is P4, he would be losing the championship. So yeah, Muller needs to be in third at least. And yeah, but if Halberg is in second place, then I think Muller would have to be in P6 or P5. If he's P5, I think they would be tied, but if he's P6, then Halberg would win the title. But yeah, if he's further, then I think things would be a little bit more complicated, but I think it is. Yeah, I think Halbert needs to be in the top 4 at least in order to have a chance. But yeah, if he's P4, Muller have to be in P10, and that will be for a tie. Actually, I think in that case, I think actually Muller will actually win. So yeah, that's the thing. They can actually only have a 100% tie without any tiebreaker if Howard doesn't win, and they somewhat are tied in points. So that's the main thing here. But yeah, the main thing is if Howard wins, Muller needs to be in the top 3. And if he's third, they are completely tied. If he's in P4, then Howard wins. And if Muller finishes in the top 2, then the title will be his, regardless. But yeah, he's currently in P5, Hallberg in 2nd place. So things are looking good for him. But yeah, we got also Gomez leading the way. He is actually the one on provisional pole then with the lap of 38.42. You see then Charvat beating with him. And yeah, now we see it's Vermeulen. Can he improve on his lap? And he does improve up to 3rd place. And oh boy, that does put Muller in P6. Let's see right now, Hallberg might be able to do something here. He supposed to have a good track position. And so let's see what can the Swedish driver do here. This is a bit of a tricky track for the drivers. It doesn't exactly look like a street circuit, but yeah, it is around a big theme park. As you can see, you got some of the buildings there with some really nice lighting. Yeah, let's see now Hallberg then going to cross the line. Can he improve? And he does it. He gets 500s behind. You see, I think Leon improving, putting himself into pole position, and this just bumps down Muller even further, who didn't manage to improve on his lap here. 200s slower than his best lap. And he's now in P7, and in the meantime Gibson is in P8. What is happening with LSA today? There's also both the junior drivers are right at the back. And in the meantime we do see Infinite Verse Racing Team doing pretty well. They are in P4 and P6, so yeah, this might be a team thing here. With setups and all of that, that might be influencing the results so far. As we see right now, Charvat putting himself in P7, and this puts Muller in P8. A lot of drama happening here, with Muller now potentially starting only in P8, and he's already going for his final attempt here. But he doesn't have a good track position. So oh boy, what is going on here? It's just hard to describe what is going on, but yeah, we do see here Gomez. I don't think he can improve now. Yeah, doesn't have the tires for that. We see there Charvat. Now we see Vermeulen there, but not improving, and I don't think he can improve anymore. So yeah, now we see Muller here. Currently in P8, he has a lot of work to do here. Doesn't have a good track position, so he needs to do his best right now. And it's going to be absolutely crucial this lap, as yeah, things are just looking really complicated for him. He might not be able to get his 3rd world title in a row, and this could give this 1st title for Hallberg here. That would be amazing to see. But let's see now, Muller then in P8, can he still improve or not? It's going to be a very crucial lap here, and he does improve, and he takes himself into provisional pole then. What an answer that he absolutely needed, and he delivered then. With a lap of 38.22, he jumps himself from P8 up into provisional pole. Let's see if someone else can stop it or not, as we see Gomez and Charvat for some reason. They only pitted once here, and they will not be able to improve, but Halber might be able to give an answer here. It's him and Leon right behind, so let's see now. This should be their final attempt in this final qualifying session of the season, and here he goes in. Halber puts himself in 3rd, and Leon improves now for a 37.98. What an amazing lap there from Leon then, puts himself on pole position. Because yeah, I don't think someone else can improve and take that away from him. And yeah, what a lap there from Leon. And this is crucial for the team. He might be able to play some team tactics for him. In the meantime, we still see Gibson in P9. That's an absolutely disaster qualifying from him. And I think he can say goodbye to P4 in the standings potentially, as his rival on that fight is on pole position. So there you go then. I think qualifying is pretty much over. The drivers are just crossing the line and taking the finish flag right now. As yeah, now we see I think Vermeulen could have potentially improved there, but P5 it's not really about qualifying positions. So yeah, let's have a look into the starting grid. So as we have a look into the starting grid, it is Carlos Leon with his first pole position of the season, I believe. As yeah, what a big lap that he did there at the end. As we see then Muller splitting both NTHs in second place, and then it is his title rival Holberg starting in third. Then we got Gomes starting just ahead of Roy Vermeulen, and then we got Z-Tech just ahead of Giancarlo Morelli. Then we have Sharawatz starting just ahead of Dave Gibson in P9. This could be actually crucial for the title fights when it comes to the constructors, as both NTHs are up there. And he's down here, splitting both the junior drivers, and that's definitely not a good look for the senior driver. And yeah, he's definitely looking to take only P5 this season, and definitely not been the greatest of season. Actually, didn't start it that bad, but this season, on the second half, he hasn't managed to take any podium either. And yeah, so the results have been a little bit disappointing on the second half. But yeah, without any further ado, let's then go into the race. Alright, here we go then. The season finale starts now. As you can see now, Leon on the sideline managed to keep the lead of the race, as we see Muller trying to take the lead here, but now we see Gomes trying to take second place here. They're already up to third. A good start from the Brazilians. We see now Halbert going side by side with the full force driver, but now we see Muller here trying to take the lead of the race. This could be crucial for the title. There he goes, and Muller takes the lead of the race then. As we see Halberg on the soft ice, trying to get past his teammate now, as he needs it to in order to chase down his title rival. In the meantime, we see Gomez right behind, but now we see both NTHs going side by side here. Humber has the inside, can he complete the move here? In the meantime, we see Gomez right behind, trying to take the move into turn 1 here. That's a very tight battle, but it is Halberg who managed to take second place now. Let's see, might be under pressure from the Brazilian here. As this season has definitely not been great. 0 wins so far. You'll be able to win today here. But yeah, in the meantime, Halberg absolutely needs to win the race. That will be the best thing he could do. That will be giving him the biggest of chances, because second place would really complicate things for him. Because yeah, I think Muller will have to be P5, actually P6, because P5 they would tie on points, but Muller would win on the tiebreaker with more wins. So yeah, that's the thing then. If he Lutske needs to win in order to have a more realistic chance, and hope that Muller is in third, and that's just to tie the actual championship, like an absolute tie. And maybe hope that he's in P4 then, that which would give him the solo title basically. So but yeah, as you can see, things are already coming down very early in the race. In the meantime, we see Gibson try to make a recovery here after the disaster qualifying. He goes on inside against the Dutchman here, and can he take the position? He goes into the grass though, as they go now side by side, and Gibson loses position again. Try to take pick 6 here, which still not exactly the best of results, but yeah, in the meantime we see Z-Tech in P5, not really doing badly, but he hasn't really shown that this season that much. He was obviously used to race for a junior team, now he's on a senior team, but for full force. And yeah, the team is actually not being fully happy. People might be wondering if it's a little bit too early. In the meantime, we see Gibson then around the outside of Vermeulen, and he takes the position this time. Nicely done there by the Scottish driver then. Happy to P6. But yes, I was talking about Z-Tech. People have been wondering if it's a little bit too early for him to make the jump to a main team. So yeah, we will see what will his future look like for next season. Yeah, with a lot more teams, one would suppose that he would still stay on the grid for next season. But yeah, we will see how will things look like in the meantime. Yeah, things have absolutely sold down in this race already. We see it is Muller on the medium tires leading the way. This is actually good for him. As with time, his tires should get better and better, and he might be able to get a really nice gap at the front. But this does also mean that Halberg and Gomez will be potentially undercutting him. That can really complicate things a little bit, but we will see. We also see Leon on the higher tires. We see a few drivers that could be on a potential one-stopper today. And that could also change a lot of things. In the meantime, we see here's the full force driver on the attack against Halberg here, and that could further complicate things for the Swedish driver here. That is definitely not what he wants. As you can see now, Gomez trying his best on the inside. No, he cannot find a way past here. Definitely a hard zone to overtake, but now here he might have another chance. Can he go and make the move on the inside? They go side by side once again. Halberg managed to hold on. He has the defensive line now, and he managed to keep the position there. But now you can see Gomez might try to switch back here. He's gonna have the inside. Can he take second place? I think he can. There he goes then. Gomez up to second, but Halberg will try to fight it back now. Gomez goes defensive, and he managed to stay in second place now. At least for now here, as we see Halberg now fighting back already. He definitely wants to get back that second place. Because right now it is not looking, things are not looking for him, good for him when it comes to the driver's title. On the constructors though, that's actually a harder question if I'm honest, but yeah, we see right now Gomez able to now take second place. So with Halberg in third and then Leon in P4, that gives them, so it's 18 plus 18, that's 36 points for them. And then with Muller in with the lead is 25 points, and then Dave Gibson in P6, that's another 15 points, so that's 40 points if I'm not wrong. So yeah, I think LSA is actually winning right now. And they will be winning, I think, by 6 points in the end. But yeah, now we see Leon trying to attack his teammate. He has the hard tire, so potentially we are already going into the crossover points. Because yeah, I think soon we will see the drivers on the soft speeding for the first time. But yeah, in the meantime, we do see Muller leading the way and extending that gap. And right now should be the easier time to do so, as we are getting plates on these things. But yeah, in the meantime, we do see here it's Halberg now trying to take second place once again. This battle seems to continue here as he goes on the inside. Can he make the overtake? No, he can't. Gomez really placing that car pretty well here. And there we go, both of them diving into the pits. Could potentially NTH put their driver now ahead as KC. Oh my god, it's going to be close here. Can Halberg pass Gomez in the lead? Oh, it was very close there. Halberg was very close to just come out ahead of Gomez on the pit exit, but he just touched a little bit of grass, and that just prevents them from doing that. So yeah, so Gomez will be in P7 right now. And this is the thing now, this is what could screw them up, because there's a lot of drivers on the hard tires, so they will be losing a lot of positions by pitting early. But yeah, so they have a lot of traffic to fight here, and there goes Gomez making the move on Bulatov right now, and there he goes, he makes quick work of that. And yeah, we see Halberg going for the hard tires. There it's a very interesting pick, but I don't think he can go into the end, because that was a little bit too early to pit. But we will see, maybe he's hoping that later in this stint he might be doing better than Gomez, but right now Brazilian is getting a gap here. But in the meantime now Muller pits for another set of mediums. and I think he's gonna probably extend his gap compared to Gomez and Halberg, I mean. But yeah, there he goes, and he's absolutely maybe though he did lost a little bit of a gap, but still stays ahead of both of them. So he has the net lead at the moment. In the meantime, we have Gibson with an interesting strategy here on the hard tires now. He did gain some positions at the start on track. Now he finds himself in a very high position, which could allow him to make a nice overcut over some other drivers. So yeah, he has to try and use this moment to his best, but yeah, let's see now. Will he let his teammate get past though? That's the main question here. I don't think so right now. Yeah, Muller really finding it hard, that this could actually allow for Gomez to get closer. He's currently on the soft tires, so he might be faster right now. That's the main thing here. Can Muller finally get past his teammate? There he goes on the inside. And now they're on the outside. Gibson finally gives the position. And now we see here Zita getting past Morelli. As he has Bolotov right ahead of him, his ex-teammates from their LTE days. But yeah, in the meantime we see Gibson then going into the pits after 14 laps on the hard tires. That is interesting to say, at least. That is not the only one. We see Vermeulen doing the same. And supposedly those hard tires would last at least 17 laps, but they're already pitting at the end of 14 laps, so that is a little bit weird, not gonna lie. But either way, we see Gibson there on the mediums. Looks like he's going for a two-stopper, but he's already in P5, so I think he's might be securing a top 5 finish here, and he might be able to actually beat Halberg. There you can see the Swedish driver has absolutely fallen behind Gomez. 6 seconds, and I think his title chances are just looking pretty slim. And I think Muller will be on his way to take a third title. And another constructors as well. So yeah, he's absolutely been a dominant career, and this season has definitely been amazing. Although this second half was a little bit complicated, but he managed to strike back and he's delivering right when he needed it. Even today, early on with qualifying, things were looking to be a little bit complicated. He was down in P8, but suddenly he puts himself on provisional pole, which in the end ended up being the front row start with Leon taking that pole position in the end. And speaking of him, he's currently leading the way with Muller right behind him. But Leon is still yet to beat. Look at that, his tires are actually pretty old, so let's see now Muller trying to find a way past him. As you can see, as he tries now to move on inside, and Leon cannot really do anything here as he dives into the pits right now. Those tires are dead, and that was supposed to be the minimum amount of laps for a hard stint. So yeah, so there he goes then, Leon leaving the pits for the soft tires. Now I wonder if he's going to stay till the end or not, or is he going for a two-stopper. I think we might see everyone doing a two-stopper today, due to how slow this track seems to be. So it's going to be a bit of a longer race, I believe, which I guess it does suit a season finale pretty well. But yeah, right now we have Muller leading the way with better tires, I think, compared to Gomez. And he's just looking to win the race, and that's probably the best way of winning a third title. And yeah, we see also Halberg well, solves to the injury. His teammate is in a very good position to actually beat him in this race, and the same could also apply for Gibson, for instance. So yeah, Halberg may have definitely pitted a little bit too early, and his strategy on the soft tires definitely didn't work. Mostly because Muller just managed to extend the gap, even though he started on mediums. So yeah, that's basically what we can say. Now we see Gomez pitting for a second time already. And let's see now, he's going for another set of soft tires. I wonder if he's even considering a third pit stop here. That could be an option potentially. But yeah, now he leaves the pits in P6 right behind his teammate. As We also see Leon getting very close to Halberg here for the battle for the second place. And then Leon could actually be in for the podium, because look at how far behind Gomez is with the next pit stop. Now we see here Leon taking second place here. There he goes. And that's actually looking like a very good race. For some reason, Leon seems to do a lot better on the second half of the season compared to the first one. But now we see Gomez trying to get past his teammate, trying to get rid of him right now. But Zitek really getting his elbows out right now. And if it's against his teammate here, as you can see, tries to have a look on inside. But Gomez really having to have a run for his money here. As we see Zitek now trying to go around the outside, but not much that he can do here, I believe. So yeah, as you can see right now, Zitek trying to have a move on inside there, but yeah, not able to do much. And now he goes into the pits then. It's an interesting race when it comes to the strategy here, because it is, because the data that we are getting, or that the drivers are getting and the teams are getting, it's absolutely different to what was predicted. And so yeah, it is interesting. The strategy seems to be a little bit uncertain for some of the drivers here. And we see Gomez being a potential victim of that. Same with Zitek as well. So basically the full force team here could be struggling because of that. In the meantime, we see here Bulatov battling his teammate here. He has a lot more speed and Sharvat cannot really do anything. And so there goes Bulatov up into P8. In the meantime, we see Gomez getting very close to Gibson, as Gibson has one last pit stop here. And in the meantime, Muller pits for the second time. And now, as you can see, Halberg is actually going to be ahead of him, but Halberg definitely will have to pit again. And I think Muller will be set to go into the end of those soft tires. So yeah, as we see, I think Halberg will definitely be pitting again. Probably for soft tires again as well. So you see here it's Gibson. On the medium tires, I think we will also have to pit. And the same, I think, can also be said about Leon. And yeah, but this race has definitely been amazing. As you can see, Muller gets past Halberg, but on a bit of a controversial move here. But I think it was over either way, but definitely not a great way of doing overtakes. The other goes then Muller then up into second place. Soon we should see Leon going into the pits, either on this lap or the next one, I believe. If he doesn't pit at that point, then I believe he's just going until the end with the one stopper. Oh, in the meantime, look at Gomez pitting. He's actually going to pit for the third time. What is going on with the flow force here? As you can see, that might give a chance for his teammate to beat him. As you can see, but he's going to be behind on older tires, so I believe Gomez will have P5 at least. But what a bit of a strategical disaster here today. Yeah, third stopper is not really that much heard of. And so yeah, that's a very weird thing that happened here with Gomez. Looks like he's gonna have to settle for the P5, I believe, because yeah, I think Gibson can now have a much better chance of beating him. But yeah, in the meantime, we see Leon then beating in second place, and now we see Gomez then taking the undercut. So, oh my god, that took us by surprise, because now, yeah, he's in a very much better track position right now. So he's up into third place, and he has Halberg right behind him. So maybe if Loforce knew something that we didn't, there's also Zitek. He's got himself into P5, but it's going to be hard, I think, to hold on Gibson behind till the end. As you can see now, Gibson trying to go around the outside here into the final hairpin, and there he goes then, Gibson up into P5, and I think Zitek will have to settle for P6. Because in the meantime, we see some battling here. It's a civil war between the IR teams, with there he goes and Vermeulen once again beating Morelli. Has absolutely beat him, I think, in every single race, if I'm not wrong. Uh, I think he has, no, actually there was one race, round number 4, where Morelli did beat the Dutchman. But that was it. So far, Vermeulen has definitely got the better of the Italian. But there are some rumors that he might actually leave the Spanish team, because obviously he's a driver that would like to be battling much further ahead. But but yeah, in the meantime we see here Gomez in third place with Halberg right behind, trying to at least take a podium on this final race of the season. Well, Leon is definitely having an amazing race here. Definitely his best performance of the season so far. It's the best way to end this season. Now we see here Bulatov battling Vermeulen here. It's for the P7. But now Vermeulen will be able to fight back, and there he goes, and he takes back that position. Really nicely done. And so yeah, we see here Gomez and Halberg right behind. This could be quite interesting. A battle now for the podium, as the race is about to end. It's this race and the season as well here. But here we go then, Halberg trying to get past Gomez here down the outside on the left side, and he takes third place here. Will Gomez be able to fight it back? I don't think he can right now. And there he goes in. Halberg happy to third, happy to a podium position. And now Gomez will potentially be vulnerable against Gibson here, who has better tires as well. And that could make a difference more towards the end of the race, which we are getting towards. So yeah, as you can see, Muller has managed to extend his gap even further, even though he has older tires, so he's absolutely asserting his dominance here and showing to everyone why he's about to become the third-time world champion. So yeah, it's absolutely amazing season from Muller. But yeah, we see Muller leading the way. Alright, we are now seeing Gibson getting very close to Gomez here. He's right behind him, he has a tire advantage here, and I'm pretty sure that the Scottish driver would want to beat a driver like Gomez to end off this season, which hasn't exactly been the best for him, especially on this second half. As he's really now trying to beat the Brazilian. I think that could be a way of ending this season on a high note at least. But let's see now. The Scottish driver now getting a little bit behind now. This could allow for Gomez to finish in P4. As I think Moore is already starting his final lap of the season. But here we go then, Gibson trying to get the move done on the Brazilian here. He's on the main straight here. He's gonna try maybe around the outside. Gomez goes defensive, managed to block him. Now going for a switch back. There he goes, and Gibson takes now P4 here. They go side by side still, but Gibson managed to secure P4 in the end. In the meantime, we see Muller about to end this race, as soon he will be crossing the line to win the Qatari Grand Prix and about to become a 3-time world champion. Nothing can stop this man, as you can see. And so there we go, he's once again champion of the world, with Leon, his ex-teammate, finishing in second place and Halberg finishing the podium. As we then see Gibson in P4 just ahead of Gomez. Then we got Zietek in P6 with Vermeulen getting very close there. Look at that, it's actually extremely close. He would be able to... No, I don't think he can run him down on the final straight here. So there we go, Zietek securing P6. Then it's Vermeulen in P7. Then we got Morelli in P8. Not a bad ending, I'd say. But yeah, Bulatov really having some really old tires. Look at that, he actually went for the one-stopper. We see Sharvat actually getting very close to his teammate, but yeah, this is it. This is the end of the season, but let's then have the final look into the standings then. Alright then, as you have our final look into the standings, it is Sebastian Muller once again winning the title with 5 wins and 7 podiums on the P4 result, which gave him a 100% podium rate. As we then have Albert, who was actually very solid this season here. He gave the German a very strong run for his money. As then we have Gomez with a bit of a disappointing season in third place. They're quite far behind from the title fight. In the meantime, we see Leon has a very very strong end to the season and a very solid season overall, with 7 top 4 finishes and 3 podiums this season. And then we got Gibson. It's a bit of a disappointing season with 3 podiums, but the second half was definitely a bit disastrous. In the meantime, we see Zetek in a bit of a lonely season, but a bit of a battle actually happened between him and Vermeulen, who was looking to make a bit of a comeback towards the end. But yeah, in the meantime, we see Ulatov finishing in P8, getting the better of the rookie Sharvat, who just barely managed to beat Morelli there for P9, just 1 point separating both of them. And yeah, Sharvat was actually starting pretty well with a lot of P8s here, but in the end he was a little bit of a struggle here. And I think part of it might be because of IRT actually gaining some experience throughout this season and actually able to improve some of their results. But yeah, then in the team standings, it is LSA that ends up winning the constructors. Once again, it is the third time in a row, but this time it was only by 3 points against NTH in second place. And then we got Full Force then uh, in third. But yeah, NTH, even with their big effort signing one of the constructors champions in the form of Leon, still not able to beat the almighty LSA. But yeah, Full Force with a bit of a struggling season in third. Then we see uh, Infinite First Racing Team securing before and actually getting away from LTE here at the end. They definitely did improve throughout the season. Yeah, they really made LTE struggle quite a lot in the end. But yeah, this was the season. I hope you guys like it. We will obviously go through season 4 again. We will see the return of the FA retro cars once again, and yeah, with a lot more teams on the grid, that should be a much better season to compare to this one. Still, I tried to do my best as I could with the amount of cars that we had, but I think next season should be a lot more exciting with a lot more cars and a lot of new faces on the grid as well, very likely. So yeah, I hope you guys like today's episode and this season overall, and we will see you next time with the season 4 preview. Until the next time, goodbye.